Right, so yeah, this one came out of nowhere because I didn't realise this was coming out. It was actually midnight where I'm at the moment, so practically half asleep. But yeah, so another Noragami chapter came out, which wasn't actually a proper chapter. It was more basically a like side story, which was a more of like a context kind of chapter, more of like a clarity chapter, more than anything. And I think actually in its own right it was quite nice. But yeah, so yesterday in Japan, the actual volume 1 for Arigato came out on Blu-ray and DVD. And with the first print run, you've got like this chapter. So this basically was a chapter in which Kazuma has already done like the asked Yato to murder everyone in his base, in his like entire clan, and this is kind of a little bit afterwards, like a bit of the aftermath afterwards. And there's a bit where Kazuma and Yato are talking. Like I think we saw it way back in the manga volume, like God, like volume 6 or something like that, like way back then. But basically, yeah. So this was the prolonged version. I think we got like this one a little bit later, like the kind of conversation itself. But this is a prolonged version of it. So yeah, this chapter was actually quite nice. I mean, in its own right, it was like really like it just gave us some context. I mean, we actually got the idea of where Kazuma's first borderline came from, in the sense Kazuma's first borderline was actually with Yato. So if you didn't get anything from this chapter, the thing you should take away from the chapter itself is Kazuma's first borderline was with Yato. Because Yato asked him, oh, why don't you come and work for me? Why don't you come and Nora for a little bit and become like my Shinki? It's kind of like, he's like really happy about it, and he's like borderline. But then he realises they can actually now go and protect Bishamon. And yeah, so I think the conversation itself was the bulk of the chapter itself. I mean, the conversation was quite nice because basically it was backs and forths with why he was actually doing what he did, why did he ask Yato to murder everyone. He basically was saying that he wants to protect Bishamon, he wants to be by her side. And yeah, it was actually really nice because you actually realise what Kazuma's true intentions are, even if they're kind of, now they're a bit misguided, but back then they're kind of like, he's a nice guy, but it's just the way he goes about some things are a bit weird. But yeah, my opinion for Kazuma's not really for this video anyway, but yeah, so it was kind of really nice, I think. And also we actually got a Rambo reference as well. Like a Rambo kind of like snuck in like one of the little panels on the side. I was like, hey, look, it's Rambo. If you all know Rambo from season 1, like the very end, which was, if someone actually told me, someone pointed out like, way after I was reviewing into the manga itself, that Rambo is actually an anime only for season 1. So yeah, he's actually been put into the manga itself. Not actually in the manga, but kind of in the manga. So, I mean, he actually got his own chapter from recollection in the actual manga, which wasn't part of the manga, which was a side story which led into the season 1 kind of ending. I think it gave some clarity on his character. So, I mean, he wasn't in the manga canon, but hopefully now, it might just make him lead into manga canon. Hopefully, I just kind of like his character. I don't know. I think he was pretty cool, even if he did come out of left field in the actual anime. But he was pretty cool. I liked him. But yeah, so overall, it's actually a really nice chapter. Even at the end, when Kazuma's having a conversation with Bishamon, he's like, basically, I'm going to do everything, and you got to keep to your duties. I was kind of like, you know what? He's kind of like just protecting her. Like he's doing a good job. Again, his things might be a little bit weird how he goes about things, but again, he's doing what he needs to do, and he's doing it pretty damn well. I just like the chapter because it's quite nice. But yeah, so this was actually quite short because, again, there wasn't very much content to go on, besides Hero basically being a complete butt again, but I'm going to go back into Hero being a butt, because I think besides the Heavens, she's my least favourite character in the actual manga, even though I secretly do really like her, but don't like her at the same time, like, low-key like her, but up-key don't really like her. But anyway, yeah. So that was the chapter in itself. I think it's called Beside the Crimson Stain, actually, sorry. Beside the Crimson Stain. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good chapter. So anyway, well, that's I've been Driver. If you leave a like, do leave a like, so quite a bit, leave a sub, do leave a sub. It does make quite a bit for that I've been Driver. And as I said, bye for now.